Hi Year 3, so this is the first lesson of our recap of division, and today's learning objective is I can divide by 3 using grouping and sharing and represent this using arrays. Okay, so hopefully some of you can remember how to do an array, and we are going to be talking about what is similar and what is different about grouping and sharing and how we can recognize when we are grouping or when we are sharing. So here is our first question. Bobby has 6 sweets to share equally between him and 3 of his friends. How many sweets would they get each? So here we have got 3 circles and we would share these sweets into each circle. So I would like you to pause this video and share these sweets out equally, please, and write down the answer. I would also like you to write down the number sentence that we would get, okay? And also this important question, are we sharing or are we grouping? Okay, so the number sentence for this would be 6 because we have 6 sweets in total. We are dividing it by 3. Okay. And you should have got 2. Each person gets 2 sweets each. And we are sharing in this question because we have got 3 people and we want to know how many sweets they've got each. So this question we are sharing and not grouping. Okay, so this next question I want you to figure out if we are sharing or grouping. So we've got an array of 15 counters and we want to group them. We want to see how many groups of 3 are in this array, okay? So I would like you to draw this out, please. Have a go at grouping them into groups of 3. And how many groups are there? Okay, so here is one group of 3. Got another group of 3. Another group of 3. This is our 4th group of 3. And here we have 5 groups of 3. So are we sharing or grouping? We are grouping in this question because we are grouping them into 3s. And let's have a look at this bottom question. Sarah has written this as a division. Is she correct? 3 divided by 15 equals 5. I want you to think about why she isn't correct. If we had 3 counters, could we put them into groups of 15? No, we couldn't. When we divide, we always have to put the biggest number at the start. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at this one on your own, please. I want you to imagine you have 12 Smarties. You need to share them equally between 3 people. So are you going to draw an array for this one, or are you going to draw different parts? Okay, so you've got 12 Smarties and you're sharing them equally between 3 people. How many does each person get? And I would like you to write this as a number sentence too, please. Okay, so hopefully you would have separated them into 3 groups and there will be 4 Smarties in each group. So each person gets 4 Smarties. And this is your number sentence. We have 12 in total. We are dividing it by 3. We are putting it into 3 parts. And our answer is 4 because in each part there are 4 Smarties. Okay, this time we are going to be grouping our array, okay? How many groups of 3 are there in 18? So you need to draw this array out, please. And then you need to group them into, your groups are going to be, they're going to have 3 counters in each, and how many are there? So have a go at that, please, and then you can come back and check your answer. So here we've got one group which has 3 in it. This is another group of 3. Okay, another group of 3. And we keep going. So 18 divided by 3. How many groups of 3 do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay. We could put it the other way around, we could say 18 divided by 6, and we could then do groups of 6, and we would have 3 groups of 6. We'd just be switching the numbers round. But we want to look at the number that we are dividing it by, and that tells us how many groups, how many needs to be in our group. So we're dividing it by 3, so that means there needs to be 3 in each group. Okay, so here is the difference between grouping and sharing. With grouping, you are thinking how many 3's are there in 12. So here we go, we've got 12 divided by 3. So we want groups made up of 3. And we have 4 groups of 3 in it. Now we move to sharing, and we are dividing by 3 still. So these are still the same calculations, but with sharing, we are splitting it into 3 parts, and there is 4 in each. So I want you to think about what is different and what is the same about grouping. I'd like you to write your explanation down, or if you're at school, tell your partner, or if you're at home, maybe tell someone at home. What is the same and what is different about these 2 pictures? So here there is 3 in each group. Each group has got 3 counters in it. Whereas here we are splitting, the 3 means we are splitting it into 3 parts, and each part has got 4 in. So it's the same number sentence with the same answer, but sharing, you are splitting it into parts. Grouping means we want this number in the group. So here is your sheet for today. Your do it, you have to share and group some numbers, okay? So the first 3 you are sharing them, so you're splitting it into parts, and the next 3 you are grouping them into groups, okay? So work your way through those questions. And then your twist it, you need to circle these counters. So this first array, you need to put it into groups of 3. And the second one, you want to put the counters into 3 equal groups. So this array is going to look slightly different to your first array. And you've got 2 solve its to do today if you wish to challenge yourself and have a go at them. Remember, you don't have to do these. So the first question, you need to, bubbles come in packs of 3, and there are 21 bubbles altogether. How many are there? So I've said here represent this using an array. If you would prefer to share them and put them into parts, you can do that too. Or maybe you can group them and put them into parts. You can do both of them. Whichever way you feel most confident to find the answer is fine. And then the second solve it, you need to decide which bar model should be used to solve the question, okay? So have a go at those. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson today, and I will see you back here tomorrow.